Hello guys, welcome back to my channel JP Khasi Tech. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel. So let's start with the project. So first of all, we'll start with the new project. So I'm gonna go with the empty. Next, the name I'm gonna say pen text. Okay, so package I'm gonna give default, location default, and then language will be Java. And then scroll down and check this Android X artifact. Now finish. Now wait for the Gradle to build up. It will take time depending on your internet speed, and then if you are building the offline, it depends on your computer. That's the now the Gradle build has been completed. Now let's go first to the change this one. First I will change this one to project. Okay, you can go with the Android if you are feeling comfortable. So go to the apps, src, main, and then Java. Okay, now first of all I'm going to change the constraint layout to linear layout because I'm going to use linear and remove this text view, and then this also I done it. Now enable the action bar. Okay, now let's go and remove the go to the build.gradle file here below the manifest, and then remove this line over here, constraint dependency. Okay, remove this. Since everything is fine, just sync the project once and wait for the project to complete. Now it's been completed. Now let's go to the XML and then design some. Let's go to XML and design our layouts. Okay, so here, now let me create one text view first. Text view. Okay, height and width will be wrap contain because it will exist by itself when the text size is increased. So next I'm going to give the text under colon text, and the text will be JP. Okay, Khasi text. Now this is the text. Now let me increase the text size, and the text size I'm going to give to 30 sp. Text is 30 sp. Okay, it's working. Now let me just give 40. Okay, it will look a little bigger. Okay, now it's fine. Now ID I'm going to give just the TV as the ID. Now next I need two more three buttons. So first I'm going to say button, and the button also will be height and width wrap content. Now let me give the text of the button. First button is okay, now the text of the first button is JP. Okay, now okay, I'm gonna use not JP, I'm gonna say A, button A. The text of the first button is A, then the text of the second button is B, and then third button is C. Okay, let's give the ID for this one. ID, and the ID will be button underscore A. Okay, now increase the text size because it's look little small, and text size I'm gonna give 35 sp. Okay, this look good. Now for the second and third button I'm just gonna copy this one and then press. It will be faster for me. Now the ID of the first, second and third button must be different. So ID of the second button must be button B, and then ID of third button I'm gonna keep button C. Okay, now at the same time I'm gonna change the text. First will be text button A, this will be button A, this will be button B, and this will be button C. Okay, now everything fine. You cannot see one more button here because it is aligning that side. Now let me arrange the vertically. Now go to the main layout here and change orientation. I'm going to use vertical. Now you can see the buttons, but it is in the side, so I'm going to bring it right in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna give little separation between each other. So this first button I'm gonna give little far from the text view. So I'm gonna say margin top and it is 35 dp. Okay, 35 dp. Now let me say the second button, this one I'm gonna bring little down, so I'm gonna give that also margin top, which is 30 dp. Okay, now that one has been finished. Now for the third button I'm gonna use the same. I'm gonna say margin top and it is 32. Okay, everything look good. Now the XML part has been completed. ID also I have given for all. Now let's go to the Java session, so that whenever the user click here, the text will be append to text. Now let's say, now go to the Java. You can go from here, or you can choose directly from here. Now let's add the variable first. Variable of 3 item we have to put here. 4 item here, because one is text view and then 3 are buttons. So let me say first for the text view variable, and the TV short name I'm gonna give TV. Okay, now another buttons private, and then all 3 are buttons. Since all are buttons, I can write here button 1 comma button 2 comma and then button 3 close. Now the initializing part we have to do in the onCreate method. So let's bring the variable of the text view. So shortcut duplicate name of the text view is tview. Now initialize the TV first. Take the TV equal find view by id. So id is inside the resources, mean r.id.tv. Okay, this is the one. Close. Now next, take the variable of first button here. Take the variable of first button equal find view by id. So id is inside the resources, r.id.button 1 or button 8 is same. Okay, now close this also. Now take the variable of button 2. I'm just taking step by step so that you will know. I just copy. Okay, so equal find view by id. Id is inside the resources, r.id. Now this time I'm gonna say button b, because I have to take serially. Okay, now one more button left, which is button 3. This is the variable, or you can copy from here also, button 3 here. Now equal find view by id, and id inside the resources means r.id.button c. Okay, now the initializing finished. Now we have to give the on-click method for all these 3 buttons, because whenever the button are clicked, the text will be append to the text view. Now let's see. Okay, now first of all let's add on-click listener for the button 1. setText button variable duplicate number button. So I'm gonna take dot set on-click listener. Set click listener. Here inside the parameter, new view dot on-click listener dot on-click listener. Okay, here I have to give open and close angular bracket. Now finish. Now we have to implement this one. So bring cursor here, alt plus enter. You will get this red pop-up. Click there, select that one. Okay, now finish. Okay, now the implementing have been completed. Now this is the on-click method for the first button. Now for the second button, I have to do just right behind this one, just below this one. Okay, just below this 3 points. So just I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna take button number 2. This is the variable dot set on-click listener. Inside the parameter, new view dot on-click listener. Okay, so we have to give open and close curly bracket. Bring the cursor here, plus enter. the Alt plus Enter. You will get this pop-up. Then click here, select this one, and then click OK. So it is implemented. Okay. For the second button also you can go like that, or you just copy this one. It's the same thing. I will copy this, bring here, paste. Now change only the variable to 3. Now done. Very easy. So now this is the first button. Click listener, this is the second button, and then this is the third button. So I want that whenever the user click on the first button, I want that text must be append, or when the user will click for the first time here in A, the text will be append to this one. Okay, now let's see what is, we will append to text view. So what is the shortcut name of text view? I gave the shortcut name as TV. Okay, TV in a smaller. Okay, TV dot set. Okay, whenever the user click on the first one, it will get set text. So set text will be first. Now after that, I'm gonna use the double quotation, and then set text will be A. Okay, now when the user will click this button, the text will go here. Okay, it will append to here. Now when the user will click the second button, that text will be append here, and when the user click here, that text will be append here. Okay, now let's do first time click for the first. You can give the set text or you can give the append. Okay, so now when the user click in button 2, I want that text will be append, not the set, because first time it will click, it will come only A. Next time when it will click, it will come B. When the third time it click, just append the C. Okay, second and third it will join together with A. Now let's say when the user click on A, it will simply set text A. Now second time when the user click on the B, it will set text TV dot append with the help of append. Now in the append, I'm gonna say just add this text to that one. Don't remove the text already available, but just add this also together. Okay, now done. Now when the user click the third button, don't remove the text TV dot set insert, don't remove the text, but instead just join, which means append. Okay, append. Now append C. Done. Now what happened here, when the user will click first time this one, this JP Khasi tag will be removed, and then instead this A will come here. Okay, but when the user second time click this one, this A will not remove anymore, but instead this B also will come together here. And when the user click this, the C will come together with the B. Okay, now let's, coding has been completed. Let's run the project and check whether it is working or not. So I'm using Nexus 4 API 21. So let's run the project. Okay guys, the app's already launched and then it's open. Now let's see what happened. These are the default text I said, JP Khasi text. But when the user will click first time this one, A, the text, this JP Khasi text will be removed because I set the set text here. Okay, this one. First time when they click this one, it will add A here. But when second time this click, this B will come together instead of removing. Okay, now let's say A. Now can you see the Khasi JP text has been changed. JP Khasi text has been removed and added A. Now what happened if you will click again this one, it will remove. Okay, same thing. Now what happened, the user click second time this one B. Instead of removing that A, this B also will come together here. Now what happened if the user will click again the C? The C will come together instead of removing. So that's why this is called appending. Okay, now if I will click again B, this B will not remove, but it will come after the C. See, if you will B again, it will come after the B, which means appending. Okay, if you will click on C, it will append the C. But if you will click on this A, all this whole session will be removed because I have set the button 1 the set text. I did not use append, but I use set text. Set text means it will remove the text and it will set the new text to the text view. But append means instead of removing, it will just join together. Okay, now let's see what happens when you will click on A back. If you will click to B, it will come together. This also come together. If you will click, come together. But if you will click again this one, it will remove everything and it will come only one, because I have said this one is setText and this two I have said append. That is the difference between append and setText. So only this much guys for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.